Good morning, students. Mr. Gruber here again with another super lesson. Today's our third one. Yesterday I didn't record a video because my kids were using my iPad to play Fortnite, and so I just let them play. So I apologize for not getting you a video yesterday. Today our lesson is about zero risk bias. When we saw this virus land in the United States and we started having cases of it or whatever, and it looked like it was going to be a big deal, a bunch of people decided, oh shoot, I better go out and get some stuff to get ready to deal with this. And strangely, one of the things that went short immediately was toilet paper. Remember, we were even complaining about it before we all got put on quarantine, right? Toilet paper all of a sudden is disappearing from stores. People are pushing and fighting each other. I read stories about people breaking into cars to steal toilet paper and stinking hand sanitizer out the back of people's cars. They just got wild, right? Someone stole a bunch of stuff from like a blind dude who had some toilet paper. They stole it off of him, right? People were getting out of control trying to get toilet paper. And I was wondering, and many of us were also wondering, why the heck are people going for toilet paper? It does not seem like the thing that we desperately need to help us survive. I can absolutely improvise without toilet paper. I could make this happen. It did not seem high on my list of stuff to run out and go get. Zero risk bias helps us understand that because it didn't make any sense to us on the surface, right? Zero risk bias is the concept that maybe you can't eliminate all risks, right? You can't eliminate everything, but maybe there's something you could eliminate, and even though that is not the biggest problem at all, you still focus on that problem and solve that, right? So maybe you can't keep a virus from spreading, right? There's not going to be any masks to help. There's no ventilators because the mask doesn't even do it. You need a whole ventilator, right? We don't have any ventilators or whatever. You got to have all these things. We can't solve that. But what can we solve? Oh, shoot, we could get enough toilet paper so that at least we can wipe throughout this entire pandemic. And apparently, there was enough people that were like, that makes sense. Let's go ahead and make sure we can solve that problem first, right? And then we don't have to deal with this. This is often the case, and you'll hear me argue this a lot too, right? We'll say, oh, shoot, we got to get rid of AR-15s. You know, a bunch of people get killed from AR-15s in our country. Type of rifle, semi-automatic rifle, and those only account for like 100 deaths a year or something, right? Handguns are far more than that, and knives are far more than that. I think maybe I even showed you some stats. More people are bludgeoned to death by like hammers and blunt objects than shot by an AR-15. But we can't effectively remove knives and hammers from our society, so we'll focus on this AR-15. This is the one that we'll go after to try to solve that, right? It's kind of a similar concept. And so we see this happening in the world today with this outbreak. So take a look at the reading. There was a reading from Psychology Today on there to help you understand that a little bit. Take some notes on that and everything. Besides that, there was some news today. I don't know if you saw. I'll get a lesson together probably on this, another super lesson about what's going on. Legislators have been fighting. Legislators are people who write our laws, right? In Washington, D.C., our federal legislators have been arguing about how to help. A bunch of people, including the president, had come out and said, hey, we should send people cash money, which is something we've done in the past. President Bush did it back in the day, sent everybody a few $100. There was word of $1,000, $1,200, something like this, and cash payments to people to help people get through this was one of the things. And it got held up. Everybody got very excited about this. And it was supposed to be done over the weekend, and it wasn't done. And it wasn't done Monday, and it wasn't done Tuesday. And you know me, I'll gladly give my opinion about it. I'm not a huge fan of politicians. I felt like all of them, collectively, individually, some of them were calling for different things. But collectively, as usual, our two-party system was kind of locked in some of the things that they wanted to see done, and were kind of then ignoring and not accomplishing helping individual people, individual Americans. But it looks like this is finally going to get done today, and once we see this law and I see what it is, we can put together a lesson about it or whatever and send that out. Also, obviously, we're going to do a lesson on the economic impact. My econ students, I had a lesson for this anyways in that final unit of our semester, but we may as well do it for everybody since this is the clearest example of a virus, a disease um, affecting global economy in just a gigantic way. I've obviously never seen anything like this. It's not happened in my lifetime. The lesson yesterday was about Spanish flu 1918, so it's been over 100 years since we saw something even remotely serious like this. So it'll be we'll get through it, of course, and you'll be able to talk about it when you have kids and grandkids. And same with me. It will probably radically reshape not just our society, but hopefully our government, how our politicians govern, and also our financial and economic systems as well. So we'll continue to talk about those things in the next coming days. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you again later.